I know about leaders is basically from that. So when I was doing, when I was wondering if I wanted to be like a part of the LDP and I was filling out the scholarship, I had conflicting ideas. So first off, I was thinking there's no way that I could ever be a leader. I don't have what it takes. I don't have the traits that all of these leaders have in common. And I don't know, maybe I'll get laughed at in the face knowing now that that would never happen. But then I thought to myself, that's ridiculous. It's called the Leadership Development Program. They want people that don't necessarily have the leadership skills now. They don't want already leaders. They want people that want to grow and become leaders. So I filled out the scholarship application. And if you read my scholarship and if you read my book report, you'll notice that I started them both out the same way by saying that natural born leaders only exist in the name and that leaders come from hard work, past experiences, time, and patience. But after reading my book, The Magic of Thinking Big, I also realized that leadership is very much mentality. You have to have a really good grasp on your mentality on how to lead yourself before you can also lead others. And this book taught me how to think big, but also act even bigger. So one of the first points I want to point out about this book is to make your environment make you successful. We've all been in situations like this where we're in a group project and no one wants to be there. Everyone wants to slack off. They just want to do the bare minimum, get it over with, and don't think twice about it. And even though you might be in there being like, hey, we really need to step up, people need to pull their weight, over time, you two will begin to slack off. And that's because as people, we reflect and we mimic and react to the attitudes of those around us. And negative attitudes are way more effective than positive attitudes. They have way more meaning on us. So even though you might be in there all gun-ho, right in the beginning, toward the end, you two will start beginning to slack off. So to make your environment make you successful is basically we need to surround ourselves with people who seem to be better than us. We need to be in a group where it's we are the weakest link and that we are the slacker because no one wants to be in that situation. So that ignites a spark inside of us so that we start to step up and that we are also competing at the same level that they are. And that will make you successful instead of slacking off. And that's why the LDP is such a great environment because we are constantly, well, before this, every day, basically surrounded by people who are trying to push to make themselves better, but in return, that is pushing ourselves to make ourselves better so that we can all succeed. And the next point is take action. And that seems really simple when you think about it, yet so many people don't take action. A lot of people, myself included, before they start into a task that they're given, they want to have all their ducks in a row. They want to think of every possible solution and outcome and how to go about this task that they have in front of them. They don't want every single detail down to the point so that nothing goes wrong. And then that just kind of creates analysis paralysis because the biggest friend to fear is time. And that's when analysis paralysis sets in. People are scared to take the initiative and to just go out and take action. And honestly, we just need to go out there and take action because the longer we sit and we think about the thing that scares us and what we fear, the longer and the bigger that fear is going to get. So we need, in this program, we have a saying that is fail fast forward. And we really need to start doing that, myself basically including. And because success without failure is not success. Success comes from failure. And failure really isn't failure. It's just one step closer to success. It's a learning curve. So we really need to get the mentality to just start right away, take action, don't worry about failure. And then we also need to sell ourselves to ourselves, like sell yourself to yourself. A lot of leaders deal with doubt and self-doubt. They think we're not good enough, you're going to fail, someone else should be taking on this task that you have, you're not equipped with the right traits or skill set for this. And that is crippling in a way. What we need to do to overcome this is we need to stop comparing ourselves to other people. We need to stop looking at what other people have and just look at ourselves, like almost literally look at ourselves in a mirror and see what traits we do have, what characteristics we have, what skills and strengths that we have that can contribute to the task that we have, and don't worry about anything else. The only thing we need to worry about is and nothing else. Eggs in our basket to help us complete our challenge ahead of us. So many leaders look like they are naturally born leaders, but they really aren't. It's just from an early mindset, they have already known that leadership is about mentality. And once you have that mindset already, you can learn to make yourself successful in an environment and learn to take action and to also sell yourself to yourself. So I know that last week Sarah had a challenge for us, and that was to do something that we've never done before and take a risk. And I kind of want to go off of that and say that I want you guys to take a risk and try something that you've never done before, but that's because you were scared to, or because you didn't think that you had the right skill set to do it. This could just be taking the first step, like taking an action toward the first step to do something that you're not comfortable with or that you're scared of because you don't think you have the right resources to do so. So thank you guys.